The first step is to create an account if you don't have an account. Go to parse.com and create an account. After creating an account, use the account and log in to parse.com and create this new application button. Type any name that you want and say create. Having created the application, you need to get the keys by clicking on this button and click on the keys option. We need these two keys. Copy that and put it into a notepad. So if you see, I copied the application ID and client ID. The next step is to make sure that when the user creates an ID, we authenticate the email of the user. To do this, click on the email option on the left hand side. When you click on the email option on the left hand side, you will get these options, and you see this? You need to change this to yes, and this makes sure that whenever a user is created, email verification is automatically done. When you're completely comfortable with the app and you're ready to release it to production, you need to set the switch to on. For now, I'm setting it to off because I'm just about to set it up. To summarize, here are the following steps. First, go to parse.com, create a user account with username and password. Second, create an application. Third, get the keys. Save the client ID and the app ID into a notepad, which you should email it to yourself. And then on the left hand side, click on the email option and set email verification to on. Finally, when you're completely tested the app, go back into the general option on the left hand side and set it to production, release to production to on. As we would like to use PayPal credit processing, we have to go to developer.paypal.com and click on sign up button. Fill in these details and any other registration information. Having created an account in the developer.paypal.com account, log in with your credentials. Click on the dashboard option. On the left hand side, you see my apps and credentials. Click on that and then click on this create app button. Here I created an app called Test PayPal SAP. When I click on my app Test PayPal SAP, I get a client ID here. So I need this as well so that my application can use credit card processing. Copy the PayPal ID and put it into the notepad. You see, now have three IDs in my notepad. The first is the app first two are from the parse, and the last one is from PayPal. Save it into a notepad and email it to yourself. Open your email account and attach the file. And send it to yourself. When you download the app from the Google Play or the App Stores, you will get this first initial screen as there is no keys in the system. The application needs the keys to start. On the device, open the email account. You see the email that I just sent it. Open the attachment. Copy the first key into the board. Open the app. Go to Save Server Keys and paste the button and click Save so that the first key is saved. It will ask for the next key. We will come back. Repeat the same process for the second key. Paste the second key and say Save. Press back arrow and restart the app from the icon. The first step is to create an account. Create an account. Enter this information here and your email address. For the full name, you can enter your name and your address. The mobile number should be correct as it will send SMS to you. Enter all the information correctly and then say sign up. When you press sign up, you received a small message at the bottom saying that you have to authenticate in the email. If you go back to your email account, you already have an email waiting for you to acknowledge that you're the person who created the account. Click on the URL to confirm it. Start the application by clicking the icon. Enter the username and password. As you are the first user who has set up the keys and the account, there's nobody else on the system. It's assumed that you're the owner, and then you have to agree to the conditions of the application. Click on all the checkboxes and say I accept. Enter all the information and the applicable tax percent in your state. Now you have to copy and paste the PayPal ID that was in the email attachment. Go back to the email attachment, open it, and click on the last key that was created from PayPal and copy it into clipboard. Come back to this application and say paste so that the credit card processing required by PayPal key is entered into the application. And here you have to set production. This is required because it says that you are ready to take orders. For some reason, if you want to take your business offline, you just have to set it to sandbox. This will ensure that no bookings will be made until you set it back to production. Save and exit and start the application again. Now I restarted the application from the icon and then I'm logging in. As there is no product to sell or there's no data, we need to create the master data. Only the owner can create the data. That is, the first person who created the app user is the owner, and that person alone will get these three options here. If you go to the owner settings, it shows the information that you saved earlier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one category. I created a mid-size category for the car and I saved it. You see, a category is shown here now. Now we will create a product for this category. It's already selected the mid-size category. I'll say Camry 1 as my product ID. I can enter the relevant information regarding the car, and I can choose whether it is for hire or it is for sale. In this case, if I choose hire radio button, it means that the $100 here will be per day rate. However, it is for sale, you can put the sale price and then put the sale value and press the save icon. Having created this product, we need to add images to the you can click this button, the album button, and click on the icon at the bottom and say here you can use any of the buttons at the bottom so that you can add images from the camera or from the album. In this case, I choose a camera and take an image from my computer screen. And click on the save button. See, an image is already saved. The currency is taken from the owner currency that you entered in the owner information, so that any person in any country can have their own currency here. So you see, we have created one category, one product, and as the owner it allowed me to do that. Now I go out completely and then I create a customer. So now I want to hire the Toyota Camry that I created. So I'm going to create a new user and then hire the Camry. I'm going to create a buyer with test 101, and then I'm going to log in with that account. Now we log in with the customer we created. So now I log in as a customer 101, test 101, and I will see all the products that are set as in stock. Once something goes out of stock, you got to set it back, remove the checkbox button there so that it will not be displayed. So what the user has the option to look at all the products, and then they can choose to hire it. Select the start date, end date, check. So it gives you the total and say confirm booking. It goes to PayPal. Here all these options are provided by PayPal. You can even scan your credit card and things like that. I can say pay with card. After I enter the credit card, I click on charge card. A confirmation that the confirmation has been done. Now I log off as a customer and log in as the owner. If I want to see the booking, I click on the button on the right hand side. I see a button there and see that one booking has been made. At the very bottom, if you click on that, you will get any number of filter options. Let us say you want to filter based on the mobile number of the customer or the zip code, whether it has been shipped, whether it's been returned or not returned, and then you can narrow down your selection.